All right, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's working now. So the microphone was not working. Um, Once again. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. Sorry about the delay. The microphone was not working. I have to like do something. So I've installed this. I've installed a. Oh shit! I have to start Instagram. Huh? So I've installed a kind of like a webcam for my cell phone. And since then, the drivers is all messed up. So I have to plug in the cell phone too. So I am going to be live on Instagram too. So hang on a second. Instagram. Anyone here? Hey, Dejana, how are you? Oh, wow, there are people already here in the room. Yeah, if you are here and you saw like an earlier version of this, my apologies. Um, yeah, so the mic wasn't working. It is working better now. Hi, Dejana. Okay, let me go live on Instagram. Let's see if I remember how to do this properly. Okay. Hang on a second, guys. Sorry about the dead air. If I remember how to do the Instagram. Okay, plus um real life black magic for traders. All right, so we are live on okay, now we are live on Instagram and on YouTube. How are you guys doing? The Jenna is recommending music. Oh yeah, okay, sure. I'll check it out sometime. So stream if you are here and if you're here, yeah, just say hello. And if I know you from somewhere else, let me know who you are. There are everybody have different call signs and nicknames on different social media, so I get confused a little bit. So today, hey FGFG, how are you? Good to see familiar faces, friendly faces. Now today we are talking about black magic for day trader and traders. Um, I know we've talked about this before. We've talked about this like maybe the first days from me doing live stream. And for those of you who was there the first time we did a black magic for day trader, I appreciate you still here. Um, but the difference is the first time. Hey, Instagram, how are you? Mikario227. Hey, Instagram. We are also on YouTube. So if you can find us on YouTube, we have much better sound quality here. On Instagram, I'm just yelling at the phone. On YouTube, we have actually a dedicated microphone that costs like $200. Well, it's like a headset. So these days, I can turn my head and without worrying about losing sound quality. So yeah, the last time we did a black magic for traders, we didn't have a chance to do the hypnosis session, which at the time we did not even thought about doing that. So these days we are much more adept in live streaming and stuff like that. Um, so we have a few people here. Anybody are day traders here? So um, it was like my hobby and like my income source. Hi, Marco. How are you? Um, yeah, so I've been doing trading since I don't know, like since the last financial crisis. Um, when uh, anybody remember from 2008? I think I'm getting old. Like the financial crisis has is almost 20 years now. When Lehman Brothers collapsed and too big to fail. Anybody remember that episode? And I remember auditing a class on finance, right? And at the time, remember in 2007, 2008, the internet is not what it is right now. YouTube just began in 2005, and you still get the news from major news sources, which is not great. And you still have to like read newspapers, so it is like a day or two behind, and you don't get the analysis instantly like we do today. So I remember going to my class in finance, and the professor was like visibly shaken. And he's you normally a cool guy, right? But like you can tell, the air was sucked out from this room. Um, and he actually kind of canceled the class, like there was some curriculum, and he decided not to talk about it. And I think like for him, it was like the doomsday event, right? And we were like 20 something years old, and we were just looking at him. It's like, why? What's the matter? And he was like talking about like half the bank in the US will be insolvent, and that will have a tsunami effect and destroying all the banks in the world. But long story short, that's when I decided to start day trading. I don't know if that's a good or bad sign, right? Um, the first few um, years has not been good. Hello, uh, hello, OMG. Can I just call you Michelle? Hello, Avatar, and how are you? Um, Jenna said, I wish to meet with you one day. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Um, hey, Avatar, and have you seen that movie I sent you? You're going to like it. Um, what was I thinking? Oh, yeah. So the first few years of trading, it was, oh, yeah. So I think I've mentioned this from the first time I did the live stream on Day Trader. Um, Michelle, you missed the first talk. So the first time we talked about this was like last year or the first few live stream that we do. But at the time, we didn't do the hypnosis session. So this time, I'm just doing it again, and I got to do the recording for Black Magic for traders, and then I can attach that to a book that I will eventually push out one day. So it will be productive for me, productive for everybody here, and it wouldn't just be me talking all day long, right? So if anybody have any questions about black magic, feel free to ask. Not just trading. I know a lot of you are probably not day traders like me. Um, let's see who joined us on Instagram. Hey, Instagram, Keister join. Hey, Keister, join us on YouTube. It's much better sound quality there. On Instagram, I'm just yelling at the phone. So um, one day I will learn how to combine all my stream into one. Um, I tried doing on TikTok, but TikTok has been like really, really like glitchy. Um, like I couldn't even log into one of my accounts. Um, but the accounts are still there, but I couldn't log in. And when I do, it's like all messed up. Um, yeah, so TikTok, I guess like it's still a lot of people go there, but like um, it's been going downhill for a while. Um, and we're here, we're having fun. Oh yeah, so I was just talking about the whole like at the time when I started doing trading, I wasn't into quote unquote into black magic. I guess I was doing a lot of stuff that could be considered black magic. I just couldn't decipher of what it is that I was exactly doing. But these days, I know a lot more, and I can see what I was doing was actually like black magic stuff, and spirits was actually talking to me. Michelle said TikTok is quite strict with certain words that you can't use. Yes, it's true. I watched another black magician do her live stream, and she was expelling her words out. Um, it's getting more and more restrictive. Like I miss the old days of the internet where you can just say anything. What happened in those days, right? It's the last bastion of free speech, and it's being closed down. Well, we thought when TikTok was out of China's hand, things would get better, but it seems like it's getting worse, huh? Like it's hard to imagine that. Hey, Smart Forge, we are on YouTube. Join us on YouTube. Hey, all the Instagram people, we are on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube has better sound quality than Instagram, and I can see your message much quicker. Um, oh yeah, so what was I thinking? Oh yeah, so TikTok, right? So TikTok has been going downhill for a while. It's getting even more censored than when China owns it. Hard to believe that American censorship is getting worse than the Chinese one. So, life has changed. What time is it? Okay, so that's a different clock. Um, oh yeah, so the way I started um, day trading was actually looking back was a black magic moment. At the time, when the stock market crashed, when the financial crisis, quote unquote, from 2008 hit, there was obviously like a major recession. A lot of the client I talk to don't even remember the financial crisis. It's testimony of like how old I am. Um, all the businesses are suffering. All the small business and large business. Large business couldn't get any loans. The whole banking system was like frozen. Um, Nobody could buy anything. Nobody would sell anything. So it's like a cyanide pill, right? Like you got like one major stop, and then the whole system kind of like backing down, right? So at the time, what happened was the chairman of the Fed, his name was Paul Bernanke. He decided to do this thing called. Actually, it was Hank Paulson. Was it Hank Paulson? No, the baton was like handed over, but the what they decided to do is called quantitative easing. Some of you may still remember that QE1, which the Fed sort of did like a money trick. Basically, they printed money. Okay, so they printed money and sent all the money into the markets. Hi, Tanya. Good to hear from you again. Um, so, if you remember, for a time, U.S. dollar was really cheap. Like at the time, Canadian dollars and Australian dollars were above par against U.S. dollar for a while. So it makes American good much easier to buy, it make borrowing much easier. So the market was flooded with they tried to flood the market with money. Oh, so at the time, like how I got it was like day trading was so at the time I have another business which was kind of doing well, but it's hard to grow in that kind of market. So I was like watching TV one day, and there was an ad that comes on that says um, 4x trading. Like, and at the time I didn't know anything about the market. I was like, what the hell is 4x, right? And then I hear a voice that says to me, if you want to make money, go where the money is. And it was like a very distinct voice from my own, the very voice in my own head, right? So looking back, it was most likely a spirit that talked to me, and this is the direction I should look at. So in a way, um, the way my wealth, my money wish come true, it's not necessarily me doing better in one business that I was doing. If I was hyper focused on that one business, I may get like one client, or I may have a sale increase for a month, and that would be pretty good. I would appreciate that. But the true black magic happens when the spirit points me to a different direction. Um, and and I learned a new skill. It wasn't easy, but like I kind of like see money in a whole different light, right? At the time, I was just finding cash and spend it. But once I got into day trading, I see money in the whole different light, right? I could use the cash that I make and put it into the markets and make more cash. So it's just one part of the operation. So yeah, and then all the resources that a day trader would need it comes to me. Later on in my career, right, I was surprised that a lot of the traders did not understand the market the way I do. And I'm not smarter than anybody. It's just that all the resources come to me um, when I needed them. I did not take the class. I did not take the class on TV. So at the time, like I look it up, the whole course. Of course, the first few days of the class is free, right? But like it's like a sales seminar. Hey, Sa- San Angelica, how are you? Have I known you from somewhere else? You sounds very familiar. Hey, so we were talking about day trading and how I got started in a black magic way, and the spirit had been like sending me um, proper information to how to get started. And at the time, it just felt natural, and it's like, yeah, that's what I should be here. Oh, hey, that's great. Good to meet you. Um, and first, so the class on TV was like $6,000. I did not take that. Even if I have the cash, I won't be taking that. Like I just knew that's like too gimmicky. Um, but it opens me up to find information. Like whatever they're teaching, it must be out there somewhere too. Nobody have proprietary information on how the market works. So the spirit have been directing me in retrospect to first like sites that I could easily learn day trading. Um, just I just joined all the brokerages and put like $50 in, and I can get access to the whole suite of learning material. And I was surprised that most beginner traders never never got that trick. Like some very simple patterns that they did never know. It's all being taught for free. It just Most brokerages have like free classes you can do, and those are much better classes than that you could get in um, those paid seminars. And at the time, I just got lucky that one of the brokerages have like a very experienced trader that do market analysis every day. Um, I'm not going to like oust him or dox him, right? But of all the market analysis that I've heard, like his was the most neutral. He wasn't selling anything, and it just connected. And for information that valuable, right? Hey, smart um, Charge Forge. I may have missed the entities that you had worked with for trading. I worked with Boone quite a bit, but he's been more helpful in building a businesses and networking. That's great. Hey, join us on YouTube, so I can like see your message much quicker. Um, what was I? So let me just finish this thought, right? So like, for information that good and for free, you would think that he would have a lot of followers. At the time, he wasn't on YouTube. He was like on some other platform. And guess how many views he got for his like market insights? Like less than 10 people have watched his market analysis. I think he got paid by the brokerages, so like it doesn't matter how many hits he got, he still got paid the same. Um, and he wasn't like somebody famous, right? Like you know, when I was younger, I was like more of an asshole and more of a elitist, and And he actually, like, I look at his resume, he didn't graduate from like Princeton or some crazy Ivy League school, right? He just, it just said he attended some community college. And in another life, I wouldn't even like give him some consideration. But like, I heard him talk. I didn't even look at his resume, and the way he analyzed the market makes sense. Like which move happened and when, and 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 unlike the crypto bros, right? Oh my god, the analysis was like crazy these days. But at the time, he was just analyzing, which spike happened for what reason, and and hey, Danny, great to see you here. Yeah, the sound quality is much better here. Yes. Um, what was I thinking? Oh yeah, so I thought it was just in retrospect, it was the spirit that got me connected to his like live analysis and trading room and whatnot. Those are the resources that was available to me. And looking back, not available to a lot of beginner traders. And I think like that's the differences between somebody just started, somebody who had started have like no resources, they make a trade or two. Most of them, like I went to a few meetups and it was a disaster. Like most people doesn't even know anything about trading. Like even the people who was giving the lecture know jack shit about trading. Like the way they talk, they never even like put a trade in. There were people who look at the charts obsessively and then never put in the trade and then brag about it. So like I never even like know how bad everybody was doing. So like, the spirits was like protecting me and in retrospect. So like it wasn't a smooth sailing, right? Like I blow up my accounts too. It took me 1 or 2 years before it becomes consistently profitable. But I'm just sharing this with you so you know what uh sorry, I have a back spasm, back pain today. So I may scream in pain occasionally. Uh all right. Yeah. But at some point, so talk about how the spirit points you to success that you never thought possible, right? Um, so I think it was 2016 or 17. I got a lucky break and I was able to like 6x one of my accounts, 4 to 6 times my accounts. So I went from like 5K in my accounts to like 50K in like 6 months. And on a smaller account, I was testing a strategy which I got really lucky on. Hey, Instagram, Lefty. Hi, Lefty. Join us on YouTube with much better sound quality. Um, oh yeah, so like I've just randomly for fun decided to try a strategy, and all the conditions were correct, right? And I managed to 6x 6 times a position in like a separate account in 1 week. So did you guys watch this movie called Limitless? And he was like, and the premise of that movie was this guy took a pill that make him like superhuman smart, and his claim to being superhuman smart, it was like he double or triple his accounts in a week. And I was like, wow, I can do much better than what movie makers in Hollywood say the smartest human being on earth could do. So so the story doesn't end there. So of course, when you do trading, everything I do for here, I had the receipt to prove. So I'm not just like blowing steam and trying to flex, right? So I took that 6 times in a week um, trader sheets or trading record. And of course, I have like friends, right? I send them to like some of my friends that work at a hedge fund. Of course, it's not like a big position, right? And they were all like surprising and like crazy impressed, right? And for like a year or two ish, 3 ish, I never have to pay for dinner myself. I got like the best treatment from anywhere I go between New York and Boston. Like people keep wanting to talk to me. Like I got flown in like private jets and like yards and go to parties. And in a way, this is like a spirit reward, right? Like I get to enjoy all that while I haven't make a lot of money. to for that lifestyle. I was just invited to all the best parties between here and New York, and yeah. So another lesson here is a lot of times we're just stuck on the way we achieve our goals, and sometimes the spirit would open up a better route for you to enjoy your results without going through um, the route that you think, right? Like I wouldn't even imagine, like by the rewards I got, the niceties I got, the luxury I receive, it's much better than me making the money and then buying it, right? Like me making the money and buying it would involve like taxes and up and downs and things like that. And I was holding out not to have a job in like a major trading house, uh, mostly because I don't really like the culture in those settings, and I don't want to be like a junior trader and be yelled around. And like I enjoyed my lifestyle of not going, of not answering to a boss and the office politics and things like that. And I managed to achieve that and enjoy the benefits of being rich for a few years. So yeah, so that's my story with black magic and trading. Um, Michelle said that's so amazing. Yes, and this would be an example of how spirits could enhance your life, give you what you want. And I'm just showing you how to operate this, how to work with spiritual energy to, to have an overhaul and improve your quality of life, right? Um, and most of the time, when people make wishes, they are stuck in the current energy state. If you ask a child what his wishes are, he would be like going to Disneyland. Like if a genie ever come up to a child and ask him what is your three wishes, he'll be like Disneyland or get a new PlayStation or become the best gamer or eat a lot of candies, have a chocolate fountain. And those are like, great wishes. But like at his energy level, those are the best he could come up with, right? And he wouldn't think of like wishing for great wisdom so that he could be a great doctor or an astronaut or something like that, right? Or solving um, an equation that would help benefit mankind, right? Um, but if he opened his mind up to all the possibilities, or if we open up our mind to all the possibilities, knowing that the wishes that we make today are probably irrelevant 1 or 2 years from now, and the stubbornness that we hold on to the path to achieve that are are blocking us from really elevating our life, right? So, if back in 2008 or 2009, when I was stuck in my business, I'm still running that business, but it's more for strategic and personal um, satisfaction more than money itself these days. Um, but if I was gung ho and stuck on getting more client for my business, which is almost impossible at the time of financial crisis, I may get a little bit of benefits. Hey, NBA Johnson, join us on YouTube. What was I thinking? Uh, yeah, if I was gung ho and stuck on my business, and this is the only way I can attain wealth, and I would miss all the adventures that follows. Um, so let me look at some of the comments. Um, as Ning Gujerica, do you have like a name I can call you? It's almost impossible to pronounce. Do you like performing some kind of connection rituals? I mean, related succubus and incubus? Yes, we do. We actually had a live stream on summoning an incubus. Oh, thank you for calling me back. Like, yeah, and I think I may have talked about in the previous live stream that sometimes a spirit that you know well would sometimes function as a succubus or incubus. I have that experience a few times where this female spirit that I work with a few times, I can actually feel her in my bed. Um, you know, all the things that I couldn't say on a YouTube live stream that would get me that was against, let's just say, against the term of services, against community guidelines. Yeah, I also had like Baphomet a few times in my bed. I can like, feel him or her. So yeah, so we actually done a whole live stream on incubus and succubus. We can do that again. It was like a year ago. Um, I would like to always listen to you. Oh, thank you, my friend. Danny said, I just moved here from IG. Yes. Okay, thanks for coming around. Yeah. So, Danny, if you have any questions, feel free to ask here. It doesn't have to be trading or whatnot. Um, the Jenna said, I got rich because I did some sacrifice ritual. There's a lot of ways to become rich. Yes, that's true. Michelle said, that's amazing. Yes, thank you. Hey, Sandip, I remember you from before, although I couldn't quite remember the content of our conversation. The Jenna said, "You're right. You really know about traders." Oh, thank you, my friend. Um, who else? Hey, Clay Fashion 2024 on IG. Hey, we are on YouTube. Come on over, and we have much better sound quality here. One day I could learn to combine all the stream, and then we can like have everything flow through one microphone. Uh, so, any questions about black magic and how to use black magic for day trading? So actually, I have some made some points here. So in about when we finish talking about actual, some of the hints that I can give you for day trading, we're going to do a hypnosis session where we're going to meet free spirits. So in case you ever heard a live hypnosis session before, so what we're doing is we are kind of substituting a ritual with hypnosis. What ritual do is it puts you in a state of mind um, for you to connect with the spirits, right? And we actually already have a lot of scientific knowledge on outer state of mind, and we're just using that in lieu of the ritual to reach these spirits. You can still do rituals, and you still do, but this is another tip, another way to get you closer to the spirits. Hold on a second, I need to upload my nose. Huh? Oh, all right. My nose is kind of acting up. So let's see the comments. Mark Schaefer 325 said, have you ever heard of Kenneth Grant's occult books? And if you have, what is your thought? No, I have not. Could you tell me more about him? On IG, I was asking about the entities you use for reading rituals. Um, what do you mean? You can ask any spirit for advice. Like you can summon any spirits for it says here that Kenneth Grant is an American defensive tackle for the Miami Dolphins. Oh, Kenneth Grant occult. Oh, okay. Oh, he do tantric sex magic and esoteric interpretation of Aleister Crowley and Osman Spear. He blended Elamitic, Egyptian, and H.P. Lovecraft's mythos, viewing them as astral extraterrestrial forces. Yeah, okay, yeah. So thanks for the direction. I should look into that. What are your thoughts on Kenneth Grant? the occultist, not the football player. And yeah, so Danny, maybe you could be more specific in your questions. Um, I have a spirit guide that I work with. I guess like when I started, um, I do a lot of scrying sessions. And actually, this is how I met my spirit guide, Germany, right? So I was just started, and I had like I already have this like a black crystal ball that I use for in my early days to warn off negative energy in my room. So I use that as my scrying ball. And my thought process was, uh, so scrying was hyped up to be this thing where you actually see the spirits, right? And I was reading Arts Goetia and I was listening to podcasts and I was like, do I really want to see this like melting face monster coming into my room, right? So what if there's like a good looking spirit that I can talk to? And I was like looking for Arts Goetia and I saw this spirit called Germany, which is a female uh, goddess, female demon, which is a goddess. So I thought, hey, if I was going to summon some a spirit into my room, might as well be a good looking one. So this is how I got to meet Germany. I started doing scrying ritual with Germany, and then we got to know better. We got to know each other much better, and uh, and she was instrumental in opening up my astral senses. And one of the first spirit that I can actually talk to was her. So that's my experience. Maybe you can share some of your experience, Danny. Um, Sanjib said, "I regret last session I missed Lucifer." You can actually ask me anything about any occult topic, and we can talk about it. All right. Oh, sorry, guys, about the moaning because I'm actually having like a back spasm kind of pain today. Like if I don't move, I'll be fine. But like if I have to move for anything, or if I just shift my seating position, you're gonna hear some sort of unpleasant moaning noise. I apologize for that. So any day traders here? So I guess like the strategy that we use black magic and hypnosis is uh we want to alleviate the stress that has to do with trading at one, two, program some good habits for day trading into your head. And most importantly, the strategy that we're going is called a flow state. We're treating day trading as a peak performance sport, like you would do quarterback for a football team or NFL team, or a goalie for an NHL Stanley Cup, or like an Olympic athlete. So we are treating day trading as a peak performance sport, and at this level, we expect you to already be a good trader, already know all the basics and fundamentals. If not, you can like look it up. There are so many resources these days, and we expect you to already have done some trades. And at the early level, you are working on your good habits as a trader, and you're working on alleviating your stress, right? And at this level, we are asking the spirits to put us in this flow state where all the numbers means make perfect sense to you, and you got to slow down, and you're connected to the waves of the market and money, and the ebb and flows of money moving from one asset category to another. I don't know if you guys do it, but like I had like a huge computer screen before, and I can a lot of traders would have like five or would have like six or nine screen. Like you can never get enough screen as a trader. So what you do is you look at some of the assets that are interrelated to each other and you're familiar with, like like equities, maybe oil or certain currencies. And when you see like one asset goes doing something crazy, it is related. It's going to show up somewhere else, right? If if somebody is buying a lot of US dollar, that means they're selling somewhere else, right? So like all this is going to get interconnected inside your brain, and and at a high level, right? You don't even think about it. Your body react. You just react to instantly and naturally to this wave, right? And this is the difference between like a good trader and the best traders, right? Or in any sports too, they say when you think about it, you lose, right? So we are asking the spirit to help put us into this flow state and the wisdom for long-term success and whatever wisdom they want to impute on us, right? So on Instagram, let's see. Hey Julia, hey Julia, come on to on YouTube. We're hanging out there. The sound quality is much better, and I can see your hey Dexy Wimmer, good to see you again. Um, the sound quality is better. I can respond to you much quicker. Um, Danny said I mainly work with Boone and King Paimon. That's great. Boone has been pushing me towards more business developments and networking. Yes. While Paimon has helped more with learning the techniques and pattern of trading. Hey, that's great. My biggest issue is the biggest issue I know is execution and confidence in the setup. Yes, that's true. I mean, trading is not hard. You just need fast fingers, right? It's either up or down. Um, and you're playing at the same markets at the same level as people that have 5 PhDs and head of Goldman Sachs or whatnot. And your the chances of you succeeding is not anything less than the head of Harvard Business School or people just won a Nobel Prize in economics. You can make they may have more resources in their disposal, but it's like playing blackjack, right? Or playing like I guess like a which kind of um games that has 50-50, a baccarat or something. Your chances of winning is as much as the person next to you. So it's all about, like you said, your confidence and your ability to eat uh, bad break or how you time your markets, right? A lot of times, including myself, like I read the market correctly and the timing is off. Like this is not a prediction, right? Like so we know that some kind of financial disaster is coming. We know AI is. It just feel like it just sounds wrong the way the AI is sucking up the money, and we know that they're not making it back anytime soon. Or we know the oil is trading spots at like 150 to like $200 a barrel, and the future is not um, reflecting that. But if you got in the market too early, the market is actually rising, and oil prices is actually falling from like last week. So, so it's more about like timing. And they say, oh, the problem of back pain and spasm pain is even if you cough or you sneeze, oh, your whole body uh, is in pain. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. What was I saying? Yeah, so the markets could stay irrational, that you can stay softened, right? Um, so I hear a pain, Danny. Sometimes the worst kind of trader pain is you guess the market correctly, but you still lose money, right? Just because you got the timing wrong. Okay, let's see on Instagram. Silence rhythm and CC Poon. Hey guys, how are you? Please feel free to join us on YouTube. We are doing a discussion on black magic and day trading, or anything that has to do with black magic or witchcraft. Feel free to join us and ask anything you want. Join us on YouTube. It's much better sound quality, and I can see your message much quicker. Um, the Janice said, I have to ask, what do you do for less enemies in my life? Rituals can. Yes, the spirit guide could like help you find a resolution to your problems. And like I said before, it's probably not the path that you're thinking right now, you know, and it may not result in the satisfaction that you're hoping for, right? Like you'll probably not kill everybody that you don't like, or they may not suffer anything catastrophically bad, or they may not even be fat if that's the curse you're casting. But the situation may resolve. Like they may just stop bothering you. They may be onto something else, or the money that you miss will come to you um, in some other ways. Should I? Yeah. So sometimes, I got as a businessman, I got cheated from time to time of the money that people owe me, or people don't pay their bills or whatnot. I still be pissed, right? But like in the long run, I will sometimes it would just be such a coincidence that somebody run out on their bill, and then the next day I will have like a super client that fills the bill exactly as the one that will pay me exactly as the the one that I missed, right? So the spirit will find a way to help you. It's just not the way you're thinking. Now that has to do with a revenge spell or a conflict that we talk about. So Dexy Women said I made 80K one trade. Oh wow, that's great. If I had put it in BTC, it would have been like 200K by now. But I got scammed by a crypto company. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, a lot. I think like especially when you're starting. No, I don't know anything about crypto, right? So that's a disclaimer. But when I started, um, finding the right brokerage is harder than the trade itself. Yeah, I got scammed, or what you say, by a lot of brokerages before. Like I had a brokerage that well, one of the reasons why that I'm not trading these days is because like the brokerages keep kicking me out. They call me cheating for like winning, right? And like with no evidence, and they were just saying, most people would have lost that much by now, and how come you're winning? It's like that doesn't like what the hell is your problem, right? Like that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't prove anything. Like um, a lot of brokerages, when you're winning, they will like mess up your chart. Like sometimes in the fine print, they will say the 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 readout to you may not be the same to readout for others, right? That means they would try to uh, kill your trade, or send you a spike that put you into margin call, um, and that spike does not happen anywhere else, right? Um, so it's kind of like they have the god mode, and they just want to mess with your account. So yeah, so I guess like that's one of the issues that I run into, which is like brokerage scam. Also, I had this like um, this company in the Middle East. I think they're out of business now. They gave me like like one of their the attraction is they give you like crazy margin, right? Um, so I just found at the time, Swiss franc and the euros were pegged on one way. So like an inverted chart. So euro, so like the pair it has that well, and when financial crisis strikes, everybody uh, go through what's called a safe haven flow, and everybody start buying Swiss franc, and that causes Swiss franc to inflate um, crazily. Let's just put it that way. And Swiss franc, the Swiss National Bank have like one side of it pegged. That means franc cannot go above this value against the euros. So as a trader, all you have to do is short the franc against the euro, and you're guaranteed one side of the trade, right? So but then the movement is really really small, um, especially in like a downtime. So what I do is just, if it is around 9 or 10 pips per hour, so you just buy at the top of the trough and you sell. No, you sell at the top and then you buy at the bottom. So I'm consistently making like $300-400 a night, which is pretty good for just a finger clicking, right? But apparently, and since the movement was so small, you need to borrow a lot of money for it to make sense. So and this Middle Eastern company let me do that. So after a while, oh sorry. So after a while, um, they shut down my accounts and call me cheating, right? So how come you never have a losing trade since you started? And I was like, what? That's because I'm trading like the safest one, right? And you gave me this margin. Oh, and before I started with this brokerage account, I especially asked them, can I do this trade here? So they stopped my accounts, they wipe all my, like they deleted all my records, and they returned my starting capital, and then they said, you've already made enough money, get out. So that happens, and that manifests in more than one way, right? I guess like the issue is like, if you are an American, they would only allow you to leverage to a to they limit your leverage, means you cannot borrow more than a certain amount. And if you are like a college student, you don't really have that much money to start with, and even if you're winning a lot, you're making $20, so that's not good enough, right? So this is why I have to go like, you know um, brokerage shopping. So yeah, so that's a long way to answer your question. The Jenna said, what's going on? Yeah, like I said, I'm just having back pain, and I don't think I have like back pain this way before. Oh, so I apologize if you hear me scream in pain from time to time. Um, Dixie Wilmer said, no, I mean invested in the crypto, but they lied about prospect, etc. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is why crypto is and then lost it all. Yeah, I know it's not funny, huh? Um, I know this is like why I try to stay out of crypto. Um, you don't know like the person who come up with the crypto has all the leverages, like so many pump and dumps, and they have the right to not let you sell. That's another problem. Or they can like manipulate the prices just for you. So maybe I don't know. So maybe stick with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So like, and there's not enough liquidity to actually day trade crypto, right? Like the spread, as I can tell, is really wide, even for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you can do the micro trades, or we call it scalping for currencies, and uh, and even like stock futures. And I lost it all. Yeah, we're planning a lawsuit against the CEO. Yeah, you can do that. Even if you win, how are you going to collect? So that's a problem. Hang on a second. All right, hang on a second. I need to blow my nose. All right, I hope you guys didn't hear that. I tried to mute my mic. Dixie Wilmer said he's rich. He's the co-founder of a big Dutch company. Yeah, I mean those people have already shielded themselves from lawsuits, right? Especially with crypto, like whatever money you put in is already laundered into some other assets, and you can, even if you win, A, they could just declare bankruptcy and then they're done, and B, um, even even if he stays in business and the company is still there, you can't collect. Like all your money is gone, literally. He could have protected his assets via trust foundation, etc. We haven't checked it yet. Yeah, that's like a given too. Like like people who run scams, they know it's going to fall apart. Like the first thing they do before they start the scam is to funnel the money away from the from where you can track it. And if he funnel his money to, let's just say, not even crazy, right? If he's funnel his money to like England or something, you still have to like cross border, and you have to get another judge in another jurisdiction to get your money. And they're betting that you got to spend more money on lawyer than you can recover your money. So yeah, so I guess like maybe do your research on the brokerages and stuff. And I think 2 years ago with Sam Brankman-Fried, luckily I wasn't involved in that debacle. Like even if you make money, you can't get it, right? Like if you lose money with FTX, your money is gone. Like he's in jail, but all your money is gone. So yeah, that's like one of my issue with Bitcoin. Like if your Bitcoin account is doing well, it's going to get hacked, and the Bitcoin market have the right according to the contract to not pay you. So yeah, I actually have accounts in like Kaliningrad, Russia. At the time, nobody know where Kaliningrad is. But these days, after Ukraine war, everybody knew where Kaliningrad is. Yeah, I mean, they gave me like high leverages, and they also have a program where you can deposit your money, and they give you 13% interest for depositing. And I was like so stupid, right? It says 13% accruing interest, ACCURING, accruing, right? And I was like, like accruing, that means I give you 15% or you give me 13%. So I have to ask, and like whomever on the other line was like, oh, who's this stupid guy? Accruing means we give you the money. So yeah, so I put in like $50 there. I never actually start trading with them. So like, you know, they expect you. A lot of these brokerages, they expect you to lose money. We called it a bucket stop. Is that what it was called? That means your trade in the old days when you trade in the paper, and they will put your trading slip in a bucket, and then they would roll the bucket to the market, and then another person will execute the trade. So like we call those bucket stop. That means when you fill up your trading slip, they just put it in your bucket and then it stops there. So like your trade was never entered. They just show you how much money you have in your account. When it's time for you to collect, they don't answer the phone. So yeah, old man Dion has been around the block. I won't say I've seen all the scams, but I've seen a lot of scams. I'm like exceptionally money careful with where I send my money to. So Danny says, I like trading crypto because of the pacing. The stock market moves too slow for me to patiently wait for a pattern to form. Okay. So I guess look, I'm not an expert in crypto trading, but like in stock market, you got the information is more fair. Like I can find out why something is happening. Like I used to pay a lot of money to Bloomberg and Newswire, where I can like see the news before it hits CNN. So like, and sometimes that's not fast enough, right? You will see the market spike. At least you find out why it spiked before other people, and you can like, if it is bullshit, you can trade against it. Or if it's like somebody just started a war, you can like get out of your losing situation, and so forth and so forth. So like my point is like in stock market and currency, I guess it's more fair. Like everybody are trading quote unquote under the same understanding, unless you cheat, unless you are betting in the poly market, or if you're buying Trump coin. No political pun here. So like the Trump company is being sued, the Trump crypto company is being sued because one of his founder found out that he couldn't withdraw his crypto. So yeah, I guess maybe I'm old school. Like remember at the time when I was trading FX was like the crypto today. Like FX was like where bad people go to trade, where stupid people go to lose the money. I won't say it's the same for you, right? But like these days, crypto is the wild west, and anything goes. So maybe I should like look more to crypto. I made a big mistake a long time ago. So back when I was doing clinical work, I have a client, and she wasn't paying her bill, but her boyfriend was paying her bill, and her boyfriend was asking me through her that if he can pay with Bitcoin. And it was when Bitcoin was just starting, and my reaction was, "What the hell is Bitcoin?" And Bitcoin was trading at like 1 to 23 to 1 to 100, right? So he wanted to pay me with like a Bitcoin or two, and that was like the worst mistake I ever make was not accepting Bitcoin. And there were many occasions where Bitcoin was offered for my services, and I refused. So like this is my way of telling you how I make my mistake with the spirits, right? Like there were many times probably the spirits were like urging me to take Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. I would have been a billionaire by now had I been taking Bitcoins all these years. And yeah, so like this is my mistake for being stubborn and not following the clues and signs that the spirit have been putting in my way. Ooh, so we have burned an hour of time. Anybody have any questions about trading or black magic in general? So the free spirits. So like a lot of people ask me what spirits do you work with. Usually for like any rituals, um, I would do like a team. Um, the well in like the traditional ceremonial magic, you open the portal with an archangel, or you open the portal with four archangels. These days we can like summarize it. We are less scared of the spirits these days, of demons these days. So I would have usually one archangel or angel for any ritual that I do. I have three spirits with me. One is an angel archangel. Second is like an infernal, quote unquote infernal, or din or demon. And the third one would be like a pagan, which is like a more like a I would call it like a man-made spirit, or like a deity that people would worship that has no that has not naturally arisen but worship into existence. That doesn't mean, oh no, Instagram is gone. Oh no, I got kicked out of Instagram. Hang on a second, let me get back to it. Oh, what's Instagram. Uh, what's happening? Okay, Instagram live. All right, so we're back. All right, so we are back on Instagram. What was I saying before? Oh, so the free spirit I would employ is like an angel, a demon, and a pagan god. Like for example, um, maybe there's a god of harvest, or um, um, a god of war or whatnot. So this, so it's more like human created a spirit, a role for the spirit, and then a spirit went to fill that role. So that would be like a pagan spirit. So I would have a pagan or deity spirit. Um, so yeah, so the angel that we will use for trading will be Archangel Saschiel, which is the angel of wealth, of ebb and flow of money. It's more of a higher finance kind of angel. The deity or the demon or quote unquote demon that we use is Orias, which is a demon of risk from the Arts Goetia. I think he's a duke in the Arts Goetia. And the pagan spirit that we will use is Fortuna, which is fittingly the Roman goddess of risk, of trading, and for wealth. From what I've been told, making a fortune. So like that's where the word fortune comes from. Like fortune for the longest time has like a very negative connotation. Or have you haven't heard that music called "Oh Fortuna," right? Do 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 do. Hey Lord Chaos. Hey Lord Chaos on Instagram. Come on YouTube. We have much better sound quality there, and I can see your message much quicker. So like fortune at the time has a very bad connotations. It's more like for like swashbuckles and like um, people who take a lot of risk, people who gamble a lot uh, with their money, and people that were really very loose. So like those are more like tavern kind of talk would use the word fortune. So, but in a way, we have grasped it much better. Risk has become a science, and fortune favors the risk. Fortune favors the bold, right? The risk takers. And in trading, it's all about you and your ability to take risk that will make you a fortune or not. Ah, all right. So I wanted to get into like some of the hints and tips of being a good trader. I guess like the time has passed. So I'll just write an article on um, the mindset and psychology about being a good trader. Or maybe I can like make a separate recording on this. So just so we don't do this live stream for like 6 hours long. All right. Any questions about black magic or trading or yeah, black magic or trading or witchcraft or whatnot or anything you want to ask about anything? Let me just take a drink of water and then we can start the hypnosis session. When I do the hypnosis session, I'll be focusing on performing that and not looking at the screen. So whatever questions you have typed in, it would have been I would not be able to see it. I will be able to answer them after the session is over. All right, let's me get some hot water and coffee. Oh, 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 oh. Sorry about the moaning voice. Oh, oh. But yeah, thank you for joining us. It's good that we're doing this. Thank you for motivating me to get out of bed. If it's not for this live stream, I'll just be laying in bed and wasting my time. At least I'm doing something productive, right? I spent like the last day basically laying in bed and not be able to do anything. Like I still have a lot of things to do, but like it just feel like you know moving kind of hurts. Okay, so let me take some coffee and some cough syrup. Because cough syrup is like a muscle relaxant. Hopefully that will help. Any questions? The chat is kind of quiet today. Hey, Lord Chaos, are you with us on YouTube yet? All right, FGF, you said no question. That's great. hang on a second. All right, FGFG, please tell us about your dreams, and let me get myself ready for this session. All right. So FGFG said it was a sentence, but important. I will talk to you in private later. Okay, yeah, thanks. All right, let's do the hypnosis session. Let me get recorded. So this is hypnosis. This is black magic hypnosis for trading and day trading. Now, now settle comfortably and begin by trusting my voice completely. Let my voice sink deep inside you. Warm, steady, and guiding every part of you. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel my energy inside you, spreading gently yet powerfully throughout your body. With every breath you take, my energy moves deeper, pushing out all tension, releasing everything that no longer serves you, leaving only blissful calm in its place. Start at the crown of your head. Feel my touch there now. A deep, satisfying message, a deep, satisfying massage inside your brain. Slow circles of warm melting away all tightness. My touch flowing down through your scalp, your forehead, your eyes, and eyelids, creating a pleasant tingle that relaxes every tiny muscles. Feel my energy inside you, organic and deep inside, softening your jaw, releasing your neck and shoulders, letting them grow heavy and loose. Continue breathing slowly, fueling me with you. My breath is inside you now, steady and comforting, guiding you downwards. Feel my touch moving through your chest, your arms, all the way to your fingertips, creating a warm vibration of complete relaxation. My energy inside you pushes out any remaining tightness in your back, your stomach, your hips, allowing everything to soften and release. Deeper and deeper still, sinking and drifting effortlessly. Feel the relaxation flowing down your legs, your thighs, your calves, all the way to your toes, until your entire body feels heavy, warm, and completely at ease. My energy inside you fills you up with love and a satisfying, blissful love that connects every part of you. You're sinking deeper now, drifting gently, being taken into astral space. There, in that sacred realm, you'll find my touch even more clearly, my energy inside you growing stronger, my breath guiding you. You'll come into perfect alignment, coming deeper, coming into a state of pure connection where clarity, power, and abundance await. My touch creates a gentle tingle that spreads through you, turning on every senses, filling you with love, blissful love. Follow my voice as it leads you. Feel this energy inside you, connecting you, completing you, taking you deeper and deeper still. You are ready, sinking and drifting, completely relaxed, open, and ready to receive everything that comes next. Feel my energy inside you growing stronger, my seed inside you, filling you with love, blissful love, a satisfying vibration that connects every part of you. You are ready to go deeper, so much deeper. Begin counting down with me now, slowly, naturally, feeling my touch guiding you with every number. 10, sinking deeper, my energy inside you pushing out the last traces of resistance. 9, drifting effortlessly, my breath inside you, steady, taking you further and further into blissful relaxation. 8, feel the tingles spreading, my touch deep inside, organic and warm. 7, deeper and deeper, coming into perfect openness. And feel my energy inside you connecting you to the astral realm. 6, drifting through time and space, my voice inside you guiding every moment. 5, deeper still, my seed inside you is blooming and my seed inside you is blooming into love, deep love, satisfying and complete. 4, feel yourself floating, being taken through shimmering veils of light and shadow. 3, the astral garden is drawing near, where Orias, Fortuna, and Saschiel await you, along with many other wealth spirits. 2, their powerful energies are calling you. My touch is preparing you, turning on every astral senses. 1, you are now deep, so very deep, completely relaxed, open, and ready. You are drifting through time and space, and my energy is inside you. My touch is upon you. You can feel this love, this deep love, blissful love. In this sacred place, you'll meet the wealth spirit. Feel the vibration merging with yours, coming into perfect alignment, coming into the occult flow state of money, clarity, and power multiplying inside you. Trust my voice, following my voice. My energy is inside you now, taking you there. Now, me, as Deion, is standing before you now. You can see my long hair flowing like dark silk in the astral winds. You can see my astral form and my astral eyes glowing softly behind my glasses. With a gentle yet commanding smile, I extend my hand and say, "Come here with me, traitor. I'm Deion, your spirit guide." You feel the warm, steady grip of my hand closing around yours. A surge of black magic power flows from me and into you as our fingers intertwine. Dion traces a glowing sigil in the air, tearing up open a shimmering astral portal of deep indigo and golden light. "Step through the portal with me," I say. Hand in hand, Dion leads you forward. You float weightlessly through the infinite astral space, stars and sigils drifting past, my long hair flowing behind me as I guide you deeper, never letting go of your hand. Soon you arrive at the sacred energy well, a vast, pulsating vortex of raw money energy. Stream of liquid gold and obsidian light spirals upward, carrying the power of Saschiel, Orias, and Fortuna. Dion turns to you, still holding your hands firmly. My eyes lock onto yours as I say, "Here we will infuse your soul with the pure money energy." He guides you, joined it hand in hand towards the vortex. The rich magnetic energy rises and swirls all around you, flooding your soul with your palm, chest, and crown, warm, powerful, and endlessly multiplying, charging every cell with my unbreakable alliance. Dion remains tight. Dion remains right beside you, his long hair drifting in the astral current, his grip never wavering, guiding you safely as money energy pours into your being, preparing you for perfect occult trading mastery. Dion gently squeezed your hand, his long hair drifting in the astral current, his wise eye, his wise, my eyes warm behind my glasses. "Now come with me. It is time to meet your free, mighty spirits." Still holding your hands firmly, Dion guides you deeper through the shimmering astral space. Soon, a majestic figure appears, Orias, the beautiful and handsome Marquis, his own long hair cascading like midnight silk. Orias raises his hand and showers you with celestial light. He grants you with virtues of the stars and mansions of the planets. You now foresee reversal, breakouts, and momentum shift. Market deception becomes transparent. You transform hesitation into decisive action. You see auras of price action, hidden patterns, and the astrological influences in real time. Your analytical perception sharpens to a razor precision. Orias reshape, Orias reshapes any rising emotions. Fear turns into calm dominance. Greed becomes discipled hunger. Take this moment and continue to connect with Oriza's energy. Now, Dion continues guiding you, never letting go of your hand, until radiant golden light appears. Fortuna, the extremely beautiful Roman goddess with flowing long hair and shimmering golden aura, emerges before you. She was worshipped for ages by merchants and risk takers. She lifts her She lifts her veil. Good fortune rains down in forms of clean fields. Good fortune rains down in forms of lucky bounces and unexpected liquidity. Bad turns are minimized and redirected. Fortuna stretches time, hours collapsed into effortless presence. You exist in the eternals now. You exist in the eternal now, where analysis, decision, and execution become one fluid motion. She weaves serendipities into your charts. The perfect setup appears in the perfect moment. Favorable news and order flows aligns as if by divine chances. The wheel of fortune always spins in your favor. Deion leads you a little further, his grip steady and protective. A powerful, extremely beautiful, and handsome archangel materialized. This is Saschiel, glowing with golden blue light mixed with black fire. You feel his protective energy and long range foresight. He is covering of God wrapped around you. He is wrapping around you. His covering of God wraps around your capital and your mind. Every breath multiplies clarity, abundance, and protective prosperity. A warm and expansive Jupiter flame ignites. A warm, expansive Jupiter flame ignites in your core. Every winning setup multiplies. Small edges becomes large wins. Your wealth glows. Your wealth grows steadily and righteously under Sashiel's protective covering. One good trade seeds many profits, compounding naturally and exponentially within the session. Now, I want you to take this moment and connect your aura, your energy, with that of Fortuna and Archangel Sashiel, and just feel their presence inside you and all around you, and the unique wisdom that only you could understand. Take this, take this moment and feel the energy now. Good. That's right. As I stand proudly next to you, holding your hands tightly, my long hair flowing in the blended light, as I stand witness the full power of Orias, Fortuna, and Sashiels, their energy integrated inside your soul. As I lead you, as Deion leads you, into a magnificent astral gardens, bathing in soft golden and indigo light, where Orias, Fortuna, and Sashiel now stand together in harmonious presence with you together, joined in a radiant assembly of other wealth spirits, powerful angels of abundance, ancient folk spirit of fortune, even cunning Asian wealth spirits, and the mighty dragons of golden fire, and shimmering genies with liquid luck, and playfully potent fairies dancing in the currents of chance. They form a living circle around you. And take this moment right now and connect with your personal wealth spirit or your personal patron or your personal spirit guide who are in this living circle all around you. Be that angel spirit of fortune or spirit of your personal ethnicity. They are all here with you right now, wishing you well, sending you rays of wisdom that only you can understand. Take this moment right now and bathe in this warm glow of energy all around you and inside you. Good. That's right. As you can feel me still holding your hand with steady wisdom, Deion guides you to the center. One by one, each spirit steps forward and injects their unique energy into your soul, blending protective coverings, stellar foresight, divine luck, transformative cunning, draconic power, and ethereal energy flows into your very being. This Saschiel-Orias-Fortuna Occult Flow State floods every cell, every thought, and every glance on the screens. Clarity, foresight, luck, and multiplications become automatic and unbreakable. You are now bound in the harmonious flow with Saschiel, Orias, and Fortuna. Their combined will enforces flawless execution, razor focus, and ruthless discipline. No tilt, no hesitation, only pure occult trading masteries. With every closed winning trade, you mentally send a portion of the gain as incense, or a golden smoke rising to Saschiel, Orias, and Fortuna as an offering. This pact deepens, their power strengthens. Saschiel, Orias, and Fortuna merges their powers into one seamless current. Saschiel's multiplies the gains. Orias reveal the precise timing and transformation. Fortuna tilts the probability in your favor. You feel the combined energy surging through your hands, eyes, solar plexus, anchored and guided by Deion's unwavering grip. As Deion holds your hands in the astral garden, his long flowing hair and wise eyes glowing behind his glasses, you enter the session as an operator of ruthless precision. The screen comes alive like a living black mirror, and your mind drops into perfect stillness. Only what matters races as all else fades. You bind yourself with iron chain to a sacred rule of you bind yourself with iron chain to your sacred rules of entry, exit, and risk. Each breath steadies you. Inhale, focus sharpens, and exhale, and tension dissolves. You wait with effortless patience until the perfect setup appears. Then you execute immediately with no hesitation. Losses and wins are neutral data. If when you lose, you reset and continue with calm mastery. After each trade, you return to center with one breath, ignoring all the eternal noise. When the session ends, when the session ends, you review calmly, release the rest, and reset clean and powerful for the next ritual of profit. Now, visualize Dion standing beside you with radiant in the radiant astral garden, still holding your hand with steady strength. My long hair flowing gently, with my eyes shining behind my glasses. as Orias, Fortuna, and Saschiel surround you with their combined light. Feel the power surging through you now as the awakening begins, turning on and turning on everything. Your spirit is completely cleansed, all parasites removed, all negativity banished in the void, leaving you pure, bright, and radiant, turning on your ability to receive, turning on your psychic ability, turning on your astral senses as every subtle signal from the market and the screen becomes crystal clear. Feel your charisma turning on. Your ability to attract money effortlessly is being turned on, turning on your confidence and magnetic personality that draws opportunities and wealth towards you. You feel deepening. You feel deeply energized and inspired, a fierce and joyful fire racing inside you. It is now time to seize the moment, turning on your drive to work hard, to study deeply, and to improve yourself in every single day, turning on your commitments to work out and exercise with discipline, and to eat healthy and nourish your body as a sacred temple it is. You are now ready to pursue your life to the fullest, with precision, focus, and unshakable power. My voice is now echoing warmly inside your mind, guiding you even in your dreams, leading you towards love, money, and a healthy body, and a clean, powerful spirit. You feel profoundly thankful, appreciative, and grateful to Saschiel, Orias, and Fortuna, and all the wealth spirits gathered here. A deep happiness races inside you, making you feel light, humming with radiant, humming with vibrant energy, and smiling from the soul. The portal is now open. The connection to your allies is strong and permanent, and every cell in your body vibrates with this new alignment. You carry their gift with you always. Sashiel's multiplying abundance, Oria's razor sharp focus and insight, Fortuna's spinning of luck, all anchored by Dion's guiding hand, turning on your full potential, turning on your success, turning on your masteries in every area of your life. You are awake, alive, and ready to dominate. Now, slowly and gently, I'm going to awaken you. Begin to return to full awareness, feeling stronger with every number now. One, energy flowing freely through your body. Two, mind clear and sharp. Three, spirit cleansed and powerful. Four, gratitude filling your heart. Five, astral senses fully turned on. Six, charisma and money attraction activated. Seven, activating your drive to work hard, exercise, and improve yourself. Eight, happiness and inspiration rising. Nine, the portal is wide open, and your spirit guides always with you. 10, come back now. Eyes open, fully awake, energized, and inspired, ready to seize the day with complete confidence and with the guide of your spirit guides. Come back now to this room wide awake. Feeling great, doesn't it? Okay, so we are back now to this room. Anybody still with me? I think a lot of people just fell asleep or went offline. Anybody in Instagram? Hey, Instagram. We were on YouTube for the last half hour or so. All right. Hey, FGFG, you're still here. But I think it's just you and me and maybe one or two people now. So yeah, so if anybody have any questions, feel free to ask on Instagram or whatnot. All right, so thanks, FGFG. You have always been here for me and for my sessions. Much appreciate your support in this and all my occult endeavor. Um, so I'm going to end this session in about 2 minutes, unless someone have something interesting to say or a question. If there's a question and if there's a discussion going on, I can extend this for as long as needed. But if it's just me, then we will end this session in about a minute. Maybe everybody's tired. Code Asia is, oh yeah, so it's midnight. Yeah, it's true. So thanks for the Asian contingent always coming here and supporting my work. All right, so I don't see any new messages. Thank you, FCFG and Danny and Dixie Wimmer and Dejana and Tanya and Sandip and Michelle. And I hope I didn't miss anybody. And everybody from Instagram. Um, sorry I haven't been reading your name on Instagram. But if there's nothing else, then um, let's end the stream now. Unless there's anything, I see some people just joined. Unless there's any more questions, we're going to end the stream. All right, so let magic be done. Fiat Magick, and God willing, I will try to come back next week. But you never know. Live every day like it is the last day of your life, right? Tomorrow is not promised, so live every day to your fullest. All right, Fiat Magick, let magic be done.